A self-empowered woman has compersion in relationships. Whether she is polyamory or monoamory, she will not have the low self-esteem emotion of envy, jealousy, spite. Now, all people are on a different journey with their inner child. And so emotions such as envy, jealousy, spite exist for those who are on a journey, if they choose to be, with not only personal development, but also potential good therapy. Why? Because that is something stored here. I have compersion because I have consistently maintained a self empowered individual, 0 1 year old attached panicky, 3 to 7 shame submissive. I got held with equanimity, hold others with equanimity, and having an identical twin gave me the opportunity to consistently be compared, but with the words of you're different in different ways, which does not mean better or worse. It just means different. So the equanimity and neutrality with difference and knowing, oh, everybody's unique. It's so amazing. That's also called, by the way, radical acceptance. And when you find out that integration of the brain is when you can have curiosity about the self, that's why the inner growth mindset helps people to get into their compassionate state. It's because it's integration of the brain. So you have the inner growth. When the storm hits, you're not like, oh my gosh, I can't handle my emotions, because for that we have good therapists to help you reparent. But an empowered woman will already have, it's not a storm. I'm not dying if there's a breakup, if you discard me. These words don't mean anything in the heart of an empowered woman, because I am this grace and generosity. It is because my nervous system is a safe haven for me, meaning my body is, I'm securely attached and I can go and explore the world secure base, because that's what I got taught as I did my household in a certain way, okay? So self-empowerment is either something you can achieve with personal development and you're working with the emotional awareness, accountability, and self-regulation, and we're using our mind. But in case you're curious, a great book for polysecure. And so polysecure relationships, they're very easy peasy for those of us who are healthy self-worth, because we're not saying if somebody goes to somebody else that they're going to replace me. You cannot. I mean, again, I'm a twin, so it's more like there's already a copy of me and we're different. That's it. Compersion, the state of happiness, joy, or pleasure that comes from delighting in other people's happiness. In fact, this is for any person in my life, no matter what has taken place, and I have stories, I'll share them in a minute. I want you to be happy because that's beautiful, fulfilled. Happiness doesn't mean just smiling because you have all the emotions, but having a happy, good relationship with emotions, that's the restorative embodiment. It's your mammalian heritage. It's the depths of how you can feel life. It's explainable. Thank you to all my trauma and attachment courses. And remember, I'm a 5D mystic, enlightenment soul age group. It's very accessible because laundry is only for those who don't have a window of welcome for their emotional plane, which means that they are, if they want, work on the window of tolerance. And I say here tone because that's where you're going to begin to notice, because your ventral vagal nervous system, the parasympathetic, I forget, Stephen Porges explains it really well, but everything, we wear our heart on our face, not on our sleeve. But the point is that I'm a nervous system, an embodied brain, and so are you. Okay, and restorative embodiment, my ding, 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 ding is accurate. So as long as you have no physical weapon, I'm emotionally mature enough to handle the projection that comes from low self-esteem individuals. And that's for women, men, and theys, of course. And sometimes I forget to include the theys, but all people that are empowered. I can only speak as a woman because people point out, you're a woman, you're single, you're polyamory. So all these words that are labels and identifiers for others, I don't use them like that. I use them so you can know who I am, because it's fair and square to you who's coming over, and because it's fair and square to society. No, also because of me using words means you know the topics. I actually have consistently known that I get grown-ups to come to IHP because you're motivated to be yourself. Otherwise, you won't be coming here. The people who need a list of criteria, yes, I see them out there. Very interesting. Okay, hold on. So, in non-monogamy, what is compersion? The term is specifically used to refer to the positive feelings experienced when your lover is having a positive experience with one of their other lovers. Now, some people will say, bullshit, positive. How can you be, positive? Well, again, when you are self-empowered, it means that you are not feeling defective. It's a feeling. It's not here, it's not your thoughts. And so I can tell you all about the feelings because I am, again, a person who has twin flames. And you better bet that throughout those lovely journeys, I've had the opportunity to embark on sharing. And so the only emotion that will come up when fear of you not being welcomed as you are, because really we're all different. So when it comes to a person who has other partners, it's that. It's the feeling of I might be sad because I might not be the perfect match. But then again, I want them to be happy. And that is going to trump, mean being what comes over, what is dominant. That's the right word, dominant. So what is dominant for a self-esteem, healthy self-worth person is wanting your happiness, because otherwise I'm being selfish. So see, a 0 1 year old, 3 year old that is consistently present will know compersion here, because I will be upset if I don't have shared time with you. That makes me selfish, because what is the one indicator or one of the highest forms of love? This neuroscientist, she talked about it, attention, focus attention, which is also one of the pillars of the mind. So when you and I are paying attention to each other and we're sharing time, that's what is going to have love. And in fact, it's part of the brain system that I learned from another video. The anthropologist was saying people think love is a phase, or that you fall in and out of love, but it's not the case. You build attachment, secure attachment with people, in fact, secure connections. And that's why when we see women, when I've seen women who are jealous, I'm like, okay, I get it. You have different culture, different opinions, but it's a low self-esteem emotion, not because you don't have confidence, because the emotional immaturity that comes up, and it is related to the 0 1 year old, the attached panicky, which is why in polyamory, there is such a thing as primal panic, I think is the right wording, and that's when your nervous system is aware that your partner is on another date, and you might have basically a panic attack. So throughout my years, I can tell you, because I'm securely attached, none of this has taken place. So sadness comes around because you're like, okay, I might not be the preferred person to enjoy time, but you learn easily how to be, yeah, so of course I'm not going to like it. It's like somebody telling you to your face, hey, guess what? I don't like your hair color. But if you're grown up enough inside here, you're not going to take it personally. That's why a self-empowered individual also embodies spirituality, because it's not let me be ego-sensitive. The only time I was ego-sensitive was as a teenager, and I learned how not to be, because why would I take it personally? I contemplated that whenever people say, it's not personal, Maria. I was like, let me think. Is it personal? No, you know what? It's not, because it doesn't make a difference in my life what's going on, meaning I feel things, but it doesn't change my physical life. So you coming in or out of my life, you being a part of it, doesn't change my physical life. I got 24 hours. And essentially, what you're going to find out, if people do not have compersion, it is not something you look at. So whether it's men who don't have emotional availability or women, when I meet people who have jealousy or envy, one, I know that some people talk about it as cultural. And I understand it, because the Naples Italian people and just the Italians overall, they feel that if you don't have any jealousy, that you don't love them. And my friends explain it all the time to me. Like, I don't agree. I'm not trying to offend you, but I'm going to say it's immaturity, and like this just feels so much like you're trying to actually stop a person from living their life. And that is, though, understandable from their 0 1 year old, because they want to securely attach. This is also why the therapists, they support monogamous relationships, because of the challenge for that entire inner growth experience. We are open to all here at IHP, and above all, open to maturing your emotional plane, which is accessible if you choose to do emotional lifting and or emotional welcoming. When you're reparenting yourself, we have the great therapists that help to reparent that inner child, so you're not dating people who are low self-esteem and direct communicators and manipulators, and that martyr, superior, or blamer. Okay, so number one, and building secure attachment relationships is number two, really great with our 5D relationship. So compersion, whether you're monogamous or polyamorous, come on, join us. And self-empowerment is really fun because, again, culturally we can accept things, but it's nice when you feel whole and welcomed as you are. You be you and I be me. That's all that we get to do in our day to day. Have a great one.